AskReddit by Engineer. What's a misconception about your profession that you're tired of hearing? Why do you need a dictionary? I thought you were a translator. My mom is a translator and her workstation is just a loot of dictionaries into languages, some of them dealing with specific jargon type words. I'm a librarian, and people think we just read books all day. In reality, we manage databases, assist with research, and conduct community programs. Many of us are also pushing for the library to be a lively community space and aren't especially interested in shushing. The cardigans are 100% fact, though. The back room and the stacks are two wildly different temperatures all the time. I drove a taxi. We don't meet a lot of famous people. Not all passengers are unhinged lunatics. Not all passengers. Fire sprinkler designer here. Fire sprinkler water is not clean and clear like the movies depict. That water more than likely has been in those pipes for decades and is filled with corrosion and cutting oil. As soon as a sprinkler goes off, you are getting doused with black tar water. Oh, so that's why I've seen so many people complain that their furniture got ruined by fire sprinklers going off. It's quite obvious now that you pointed it out, but I always thought it was weird so many things could get so badly damaged just by getting wet. As a speech therapist, I wish people understood that it's not just about teaching kids how to pronounce words, it's about helping with a range of communication issues. It's speech and language. That's what I have always had to tell people. Vegetable farmer. We get so many applicants wanting to connect to the soil, yet I've never touched a shovel before. So many people don't seem to understand that farming is manual labor with long hours and hardship every day. And it's all just to limp by. We aren't making much money. I run an animal rescue and I get a lot of people who think they're just gonna cuddle animals. A shocking number of people are very upset there's poop and manual labor involved. Software engineer here. No, we can't just hack into anything, and no, we can't fix your printer. We're not tech support. We live in a world of code, not hardware. We can fix your printer but we don't want to. I'm an electrician. No, I can't fix your toaster. Maybe you haven't tried it. That graphic design is fun, cool, exciting, and we'll do it for peanuts just because we enjoy it. Sorry to break it to you, but I got bills to pay and most of the time I'm trying to protect the client from making really bad decisions because they feel they could do it themselves if they could just draw a little better. I've been a graphic designer for almost 15 years now and have been in a design management role for 7. It never ends, lol. I'm client facing now more so than design, and it is just amazing the comments I get. I had a client one time who didn't like a color we chose. I asked her what color she would prefer and her answer was, I saw this real pretty purple one time. I want something like that. When asked what shade of purple it was or what the item was so we could get an idea, she scoffed and said, "You're the artist, you should know." I'm a long-time caregiver to mother who lives with dementia. For some reason, people don't consider it work. That includes doctors. I'm on call 24/7. I can't leave for long periods of time. My own health went to shit. Geriatric care costs are astronomical. Yet, all people hear is you're not working. I'm sorry that your work is draining, invisible, and mostly thankless. Your contribution to society, and of course, your mother, is invaluable. Lawyer here. Just because you fail to understand a nuance doesn't mean it's a loophole. Also a lawyer. The one that gets me is the idea that we're unethical tricksters just trying to run up our fees. First, there are some slimy lawyers out there, but I think as a whole we're probably more ethical than the general population. Our entire career depends on having a license that can be taken away for minor ethical lapses. We're also not pulling some kind of voodoo to win cases. The facts are what they are, and the law is defined within some pre-existing boundaries. I'm just trying to put the two together in the light most favorable to my client. And we're not running up fees intentionally. It's hard work and I'm much more worried about my reputation and getting repeat business referrals than I am in doing as much work as I can justify on your case right now. People think being a chef is glamorous thanks to cooking shows, but the reality is long hours in a high stress environment. Construction. No, I'm not looking to build your deck for a cheeseburger and a 6-pack of beer. What about 2 cheeseburgers and a 6-pack? As a veterinarian, I'm most certainly not in this for the money. I also don't magically know what is wrong with your dog cat just by waving my magic stethoscope. Or that you're getting kickback from big dog food. Non-DVM vet professional here. Keep up the amazing work. Men working in kindergarten are pedophiles. Good luck getting a male role model for your spawn before 5th grade. At least in Germany. Not a teacher myself, but my oldest is in kindergarten and they have a male teacher and he is hands down the best teacher I've ever seen. Coming from someone who moved around a lot as a kid and went to literally 11 different schools, I've interacted with a very large amount of teachers. My partner and I have had the opportunity to be in the classroom for various functions on several occasions and I've always been nothing but impressed with how he speaks to the class, catches and keeps their attention effortless, and maintains the patience of a saint while dealing with 19 rowdy 5-6-year-olds. We absolutely need more positive male figures playing such important roles. I'm a handyman. None of those things that happen in those human mating ritual documentaries that you watch on the internet have ever happened to me. Human mating ritual documentaries has me imagining a porno narrated by Sir David Attenborough. Accounting. No, you don't have to be good at math. No, I will not do your taxes. Maybe once upon a time, but these days Excel and AMP, Access do the math and I just write the formula. As an electrician, the misconception that it's not a skilled profession is frustrating. It requires rigorous training and adherence to safety standards. I work as a therapist. Lately I have been seeing a lot of posts suggesting we're all psychopaths in it for the money. I find it sad. I don't do this for the paltry relative income. I actually do give a shit about everyone I see. I cannot solve all your problems, but I am zealous to help us try. Massive amounts of income. I can tell you how much I have made from personal income off clients in the past 5 years. 0. I am a government employee. I'm a newly qualified therapist. I am constantly told I am therapisting someone when I am simply having a normal conversation as I always did. That or people seem to think I am some sort of psychic mind reader. Something about therapists or psychologists is quite threatening to people. Offshore oil dudes are not gay for the pay or gay while offshore. If they're gay, they're gay. They're just gay. Call center customer service agent, telecom. For the last 12 years I've had to hold the hand of thousands of customers through the phone. It's not an easy job. I have to remember the specs of all the new cellular devices, all the codes for our ancient DOS basis 400 system, and above all that, I have to deal with people who have issues breathing and speaking at the same time. It's exhausting. At the end of the day my body is awake and ready but my mind is mush. Oh, and I do it in 2 languages. Right there with you. People don't understand how a desk job can be exhausting, but the mental toll it takes can feel worse than being physically tired. As a software developer, I'm tired of hearing that we're all just nerdy guys who code in dark rooms all day. It's actually highly collaborative. You just kill the dogs? Ma'am, it's an open intake facility. We place animals for adoption and partner with multiple rescues. We don't just kill animals for fun. We try to get them into better placement, but recognize that we are the first line. We get dogs from various places, with various backgrounds in various medical and behavioral states. We are picking up other people's created problems. There's so many cats and dogs flooding into shelters that it simply isn't feasible to care for all of them. There isn't enough manpower or funds to do so. If a shelter is no kill, it's often because they are a private shelter that can turn you and your animal away if they are at capacity. Public shelters don't get that luxury. They are often required by law to take in every animal. Yes, the plane can fly itself for the most part. The flying part is the easy part, and we offload some of it to automation so we can focus on other tasks. It's like showing cruise control in a car to someone who has never driven a car or seen a road before, and them saying, "Oh, I'd be a great driver." It does everything itself. I fly a freighter caravan single pilot in all types of weather you can imagine. The amount of people who ask me if I just put it on autopilot and relax is insane. Lol. Like, no, the autopilot is marginally accurate at best, and it still takes a lot of planning to make it through bad weather safely. I'm a graphic designer, and no, I can't just whip up a complex project in an hour. Good design takes time and thought.